Best IEM under $30. Let's talk about it. Now, I recently received the Fiio JD1 as a sample, but I had to pay import taxes that are more than it would cost on Amazon, so I decided to kind of make a video about best budget IEMs, because I have a bunch of IEMs on my desk that I haven't really talked about. Some of them I haven't even really ranked. So let's start off by talking about the JD10. We're going to do minor little reviews of these and have chapter skips in the notes. All right, building comfort of the Fiio JD1 is actually pretty nice for a sub $30 IEM. I think this is probably my favorite one of the lot. There's other reasons to have it. It's exceedingly comfortable as a metal nozzle because, you know, all around it feels comfortable, it feels durable, and it's all around a really solid pick for what it is. It does have a lot of faults though. Let's take a look at the graph now. Now the graph, it does have a lot of mid-range energy. It has a fun amount of bass, but it makes it kind of what I call a fun tuning rather than a factually correct tuning. There was recently the Fiio JD10, and I kind of like the JD10 more. It's just a little bit more subdued, but still fun. Now both of these IEMs are fun. They're both made well. I think they're solid little picks for people who are looking for a non-studio style IEM. In fact, they kind of remind me a little bit of the Campfire Trifecta. They have kind of a fun, bouncy, crazy energy that I think people are going to enjoy. Now to rank the Fiio JD1 real quick, I'm giving it an 8 for bass, a 6 for mids and treble. I think it has nice bass and no weight, but it's just overall not the best set. The next set we're going to talk about is an oldie but a goodie, the LAN. Now, I kind of like the LAN, I kind of don't. There's a lot to be had about this IEM. It's, you know, it says a full metal build. It's the only one here that has that full metal build. It's all around a solid set, but there's some problems. So let's take a look at the fit and build. The IEM itself is a little bit tiny. It does have a nice weight to it. It does have a nice nozzle and lip. I mean, you can use different style of cables with it, and it's all around a solid IEM shell for what it is. I think for people that are looking for a full metal shell and that are looking for a tuning like this, this might work for you. It didn't really work for me, but I think it's all around a solid shell. There we go. Get a good look at it. Boom. The graph of the LAN isn't super exciting. It has a little bit of, you know, kind of mid-treble region, a little bit of bass. It's a nice looking graph and people are going to like it. A lot of people have actually compared this to the Softear's Twilight and said they use the exact same driver. Having A-Beat and owned them both at the same time, I will say that that is definitely not the case. Another problem with this is it's very similar to the Moondrop 2 or the Moondrop 2 DSP, which has an extremely similar tuning as the LAN, and it's cheaper. The next IEM that we're going to talk about after the LAN is going to be the CCA CRA Pro. The CCA CRA Pro is kind of a, you know, a newish IEM, and it hasn't been out that long, and I haven't heard a lot of coverage about it, but it's just been sitting on my desk, so I thought I'd throw it in the mix. Let's look at the build quality. Build quality is a little bit chintzy on this. It has almost no nozzle. It has the KZ QDC style IEM cables. It did come with a USB-C cable that didn't really work, which is a problem, but it's not the only one that had a problem with its USB-C cable that's on the table right now. And so, I mean, overall, it's just kind of a solid IEM, and I'm using a different cable on it. As far as the graph goes, I mean, CCA, KZ, we're kind of assuming they're the same company. It has a lot of energy up top. And so it's kind of a little bit of a 2V shape for me. I mean, for me, I kind of would recommend the KZ EDC Pro, or if you're, for some reason, you're a CCA fan, the CCA Polaris also worked for me, and it has dip switch settings, which could work for you. The next one is the 7 Hertz 02 from Crinacle. Now, this is not the stock cable. There's a bunch of different variations of this. Let's look at the build quality. This kind of sits a little bit more flat. It doesn't have a very long nozzle. It is a flat 2-pin cable connector, which is nice, but it's not really even the best shell design. I think its shell design could be improved, and I'm not really a huge fan of it. It has kind of a metallic front. It's an okay IEM. The fit works for me. I think it's all around solid IEM shell, but not too exciting. The graph itself is not bad. I mean, if you look at the graph, it kind of fits my target really well, and I kind of use it a lot as an IM that fits the target well, but maybe doesn't sound that great. It doesn't really have the best treble extension. There is the 7 Hz Crinacle 0 original, and you'll notice there's some slight differences and variations. This version has a little bit more bass and is a nice, fun, warm presentation. It's all around solid set. The next set that we are going to talk about is one that I haven't even really talked about on channel, is the ND Planet. Now, the ND Planet, I'm going to be really honest, the build quality of this is garbage. Complete, utter garbage. It's totally terrible. And I want to preface that the build quality feels like I can just kind of pop this top of this off with my nail. Like, it's just so bad. I can't even go there. We look at it, it's like not even a filled plastic resin shell. It's just like empty, so it feels extremely light and extremely goofy. Its nozzle's not that good. Its faceplate feels non-existent. It's like, oh hey, this looks like a planet, and there we go. It's complete utter trash as far as build quality goes. It's like how they'd even try to sell it, but I mean, you know, it's a look. What I will say is that ND Planet was bought by me. ND, like the two of the first IMs I ever got sent when I had like 100 subscribers on my channel, were from ND, and they're both absolute garbage. Now, the ND Planet reminds me a little bit of the Incognita as far as the graphs go, and like it's the other NDs like the 00 Nano, total terrible, not a fan. The other one, the ND X12, also complete garbage. The ND Planet is a really nice graph. It's a really nice tonality, and it gets a recommendation. The next one we're going to talk about is maybe one of the better ones on here. This is one we've actually reviewed on channel. This is the Tanchjim Bunny. The Tanchjim Bunny, I only have reviewed the 3.5 version, and there is a USB-C version of this as well. We're actually getting another Tanchjim IM here in a few days. The Tanchjim Fusion should be coming in soon for review. For a plastic shell IM, I think this is one of the better plastic shells. It has a little bit of a better lip. One of the major faults with this is it's not flat 2-pin cable connector. It has almost like this bunny ear style weird cable connection. So really you can only switch it out with the current stock cable that it comes with. I mean, all around though, other than that, and that stock cable's fine. So I mean, it's not a bad design of an IM, and it doesn't really bother me, but I can see how it would bother people, especially if they wanted a cable swap. As far as sonic qualities go, it's a really nice tonality. Like one of my favorite IMs, the Tanchjim Origin, has a really nice tonality, and like the Bunny has this plastic feel about it that might work for you. I mean, their graphs are very, very similar. It's a very similar style graph to the point that it can almost be the same IEM. But I do think the Tanchjim Origin is a better set, but it does kind of follow the Tanchjim house sound. The next IEM we want to talk about after the Bunny is going to be the Wan'er 2. Now, the Wan'er 2's cable did come bust on impact. It is something I bought myself with a little coupon that I got, and both this and the CCA CRA PRO both came in with garbage cables. Like, what's the point of having a USB-C cable if it's utterly trash? And like the volume was messed up on the CCR cable, and one side of the Wan'er was completely dead, but when you put it on a different cable, it worked like a gem. So what is the build and comfort of the Wan'er like? Let's look at it now. Metallic nozzle, contoured shell. The shell feels like it has an anti-tragus catch, which is I think the only one here that has that. It's a nice, comfortable shell with a pretty faceplate. I like that it's flat 2-pin cable connector, so it's easy to swap. I like the metallic nozzle. I might be a little bit burned on how this fits and looks, but I think overall it's a nice looking and feeling IEM that I like in ears. All right, we look at the Wan'er 2. It does have a nice graph. It does feel maybe a little bit shouty. It feels like it does have some hissiness. And it's overall a nice sounding IM that I think some people are going to like. And I found it to be acceptable, but not my favorite of the bunch. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jaytis, which one of these 6 IEMs are you going to recommend? Maybe even the Truthear Gate, which I didn't get to, but that one's even worse than the lot. The one that I'm going to recommend is something that's, I'm going to kind of cheat for under 30. Buy something on sale or buy something on the used market rather than getting a collection of IEMs that you don't really like. I think it's more important to spend a little bit of more money and get something that you think will be a better quality and a better fit for you rather than going for the cheapest one on the block. And so my sonic recommendation of what you should buy would be the Kiwi Ears Singolo. I bought this guy for $27 and it retails for $80. Let's take a look at how everything ranks up. I mean, personally for me, the Bunny are the ND Planet are the best quality ones, but there's reasons not to get those. Sometimes you have to think about other reasons outside the box. You might want to save up and get something like the Dom Pro or even the KZ Zenith or even the Key Fine Clean, or even wait till something even higher than that goes lower in price. That's kind of what my recommendation would be. You know, it's a funny hobby. I've spent a lot of money on crappy IEMs that I don't even really use and even like, to be honest. Like, my recommendation to you guys as a reviewer, as someone who has a lot of IEMs, who gets a lot of IEMs to review from friends, from companies, and from other people, is to save your money and buy something after you've demoed it, or try it from a friend, or try it at a show. There are a few recommendations that I will say that you could maybe get, like maybe if you want to jump up a little bit more in price. There's a few other IEMs, like maybe the Awful Explorer, maybe the Kiwi Ears or Rosso that you might be able to get. Maybe someday we'll have to do a sub, 150 budget battle, but that's kind of my advice. We have big sales coming up here in the next few weeks. Save your money, get something good, buy it from a store that has a good return policy in your country that you can return easily from. And if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the video notes below, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye for now.
And I half expected it to be made of wood. You are without doubt the worst
audio file
I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. Oh, you're expecting a teaser for our next video. Well, we don't have that kind of money. What are you expecting? One of those store reviewers to show up in a saucy little leather number? Go. Oh, I can tell you one thing. We are going to have a collab video. We have no idea what it's going to be. Probably Crin, maybe Chris, or Joyce. Don't deny it. She's got range. Go. Get out of here.
Go! Go!
Go.
Go on with you!
You're mid, you're mid, you're mid, you're legendary. You're mid, Jaytiss out.